I'm Dr. John Gartner.
And I'm Dr. Harry Segal.
And welcome to another preview of Shrinking Trump.
On this week's show, we cover a number of issues. The first being the person I call Little Mikey Johnson, the Speaker of the House, who gave an interview on Meet the Press that was so smooth and confident and unctuous and full of lies. John?
We're also seeing this immigration battle starting to take place in local communities all around the country. And we're sort of starting to see what our people are made of. In some places, people are just brutally dragged off the streets by people with masks and thrown into unmarked cars without a warrant or probable cause or due process. But in other communities, people in the community are coming out and confronting the ICE agents, asking them for their warrant, asking them for their identification, asking them for their badge, none of which is being provided. Okay, so it is this masked secret police force, really, that is acting with impunity, breaking laws, and being quite brutal. Because in some cases, the ICE agents are pushing back, really knocking women down onto the sidewalk, who have not attacked them, who are verbally confronting them, and yes, in their face, but not assaulting them. They are assaulting people. And then also taking them down, rolling them on the sidewalk. You see 5 men jumping one person, putting them in handcuffs. These people are just saying, hey, what the fuck are you guys doing? Anyway, we're going to be showing some of that footage. I think it's important. I think that basically, at some level, we're going to find out if we protect our fellow citizens, we can protect our democracy. And if we don't, we won't.
All true. We also talk about how there has been resistance in the courts, which is very important. And we also talk about the 2026 election, among other topics, with Ahmed Baba, a journalist, a political observer, and he's always great, and we're really happy to have him on the show. I think our audience knows that that this guy makes my skin crawl.
It's Mikey Johnson.
He really makes my skin crawl. And I think it's his demeanor and the way in which he lies, which is just so reasonable. Like, how could you?
Yeah.
So I ended up watching a really wonderful episode of, well, they're all kind of wonderful, of John Oliver's last week tonight, and he had dug up this clip of Mike Johnson, who was working for the foundation in 2005, who were claiming there was a war on Christmas, that you couldn't say Merry Christmas, you had to say Happy Holidays, something the right was like obsessed about, and no one else knew what they were talking about because lots of people say Merry Christmas. I think Bill O'Reilly built his fan base with it. It turns out that little Mikey was at that time a spokesman for that company. And here's him talking on Fox News, and then they split, they cut the coverage to go to something else. But here he is. I want you to get a look at him in his true form.
We've seen a great backlash against retailers who have banned the saying of Merry Christmas, and certainly more and more Americans are realizing how easy it is to stand up against this improper censorship. Many people are visiting our website at saychristmas.org, and they're learning the facts, learning what the law really says, and that's a big step in this.
Mike Johnson, senior attorney and spokesman for the Alliance Defense Fund. Thank you very much.
Saychristmas.org.
He looks like a friendly humanoid alien on Star Trek, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. It's just there he is, and yet you can also see how talented he is. The audience is going to hate me when I say this, but
people are realizing how easy it is to say Merry Christmas. You know why they're realizing it? Because it's never been hard.
It's never been hard. But there he is, very self-assured, as 20 years younger than he is now, and with a terrible haircut. Now look, becoming speaker in this environment was incredibly difficult. No one thought he would last a week, and he's lasted several years because he may be one of the most skilled speakers of the House in a long, long time. That doesn't mean I like him. I'm not endorsing him. I hate him actually, but because I find him, he's unctuous.
Look, these people are wearing masks, okay? And they have no identification. So we don't know who they are, what agency they're with. And it gives them a certain Stasi-like impunity. It gives them a certain like Nazi-like impunity to be as violent and vicious as they want to be, because nobody knows who they are. There's no accountability. And all of these things that you see on TikTok, they're body slamming, 90-pound women. You know what I mean by these people? But they're knocking them down. They're being extremely aggressive because they don't have to follow any rules of procedure. But anyway, here's a couple of clips of people pushing back.
Excuse me. Can I ask you what the nature of this is?
Don't worry about it.
No, I am worried about it. I'm asking you what the nature of this is.
Do not walk up on me.
No,
or you're going to get arrested.
I'm not going to get arrested.
Do not walk up on me.
An active law enforcement scene right now, man.
Yeah.
You need to leave. Go
I'm
across
a
the
citizen.
street.
I'm not going to leave.
You have. Well, you can be arrested just the same.
I will not be
It's called
arrested.
interfering.
I will not be arrested. I'm here as a citizen and I'm videotaping this. I will videotape it. I will be here. This is illegal. What's happening here? Not in our community. This is illegal.
If there's a disaster and the economy tanks and the Democrats just keep talking about Liberation Day, I think we could really take back the Congress. I do think it's possible.
Yeah, I think it is possible. And unfortunately, there's all these recipes for economic disaster happening right now. And I think, honestly, we might look back at a butterfly effect moment where, if someone from back, if there's a Back to the Future film on it, someone would have wanted to travel back and stop that reporter from asking Trump about taco, the Trump always chickens out thing, because I feel like that moment, Trump heard that, and I think the likelihood of him retreating on certain things might decrease. I think it hit him. I've never seen him that angry in a while, at least. It's to a question of being asked about chickening out. I think, who knows, that might set us in a place where some of these tariffs aren't coming back now. He's not, he's just out of not wanting to chicken out. That dude's ego was irreparably bruised in that moment. So I just think we might be in a place where we head to that. And again, I don't know. There was some cosmic luck that happened to help Trump win in 2024, like the assassination attempt and Biden's debate and all these things that just literally swept him in. It's like he didn't even have to do anything. It just swept him in. And I think this time it's feeling like the opposite's happening, where all these factors are going against him and his administration. It's obviously self-caused, but it feels to me that he's operating in a place where he doesn't care about the political ramifications of what he does, but the people in the House and the Senate, they have to deal with those political ramifications, and I think they're cooked.
So that is the preview of Shrinking Trump for this week. Please don't just watch the preview. Watch the whole thing. It's a good episode. We know you'll like it. You can find us on the Really American Network. That's a YouTube channel. Our show live streams every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time. And after that, you can watch it on YouTube. You can download it. You can listen to it as an audio podcast anywhere where you find your podcasts. So please, don't just listen to the preview. Watch the show. Hope to see you there.
See you there.